I keep pressing go live and it's not going. There we go. We are
Okay.
live.
You hope we stay there though.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Are we in okay?
Yeah, I see downsizing Diva and Shirley, Marty,
Okay.
and Keisha. Hi, everybody.
Can y'all hear us okay?
I think you're still breaking up a little bit, Yolanda. For me, you are. I don't know if anyone else. Can y'all hear both of us okay? Can y'all let us know, please? I
Okay.
can.
Hello, can you hear me okay? Are we good now?
I don't see
I'm
anything
having
saying
technical difficulties.
Delilah, thank you for hanging in there with us. We shouldn't be before you too long. Thank you. Hi, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kim says she can hear both of us, so we're good.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay, we're good. Woo. So, the whole purpose of this live, because remember last live I said I probably won't see y'all for a moment, but Elaine and I were having a conversation just yesterday, like she was doing some struggling, and I haven't gone through a stall, and so I was giving what I know, but with this being a great community, I figured let's pull other people in. So, Elaine, let's talk about it. How long have you been on a GLP-1?
Okay. Well, thank you again. This is the greatest part about this community is having those when we're going through something and we can talk to one another. Um, Alonda, I know you doing your intro, you were
Hello?
going in and out. So I just want to make sure when I
Oh
do another
no.
chat check. Yeah, I think it's still going in and out. So I
Yeah.
don't know if anyone can hear us. I'm not quite sure yet if they can really hear us without it freezing. Am I freezing to you, Alonda?
No,
Okay, so
no.
I sound pretty
It's me
fluid.
freezing.
Okay, so everyone can hear us. Okay, Jazzy said
Yes.
yes. Okay, good, good. All right, thank you. So I started out yesterday having a good day. I was out of town, and I did call Alonda for those of you all. Okay, thank you, Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann said, "Yeah, you're freezing." So hopefully I'll try to recap what she's saying so you all, since you all can hear me for some reason and it's coming through her internet. That's really weird. But yeah, I started out yesterday, kind of having a good day. I was out of town. And when I got back to my hotel room, I had a meltdown, something that we all have. And having this community is just so awesome because I texted Alonda and I just started going in about my meltdown, and we decided to get on the phone and talk about it. So she suggested that I come to the community today because she thought that what I had to share would be very helpful for everyone. So thus I'm here, and it is about the stall. I mean, I have been very clear on that. Kitty in there. I've been very clear on that I've been having some stall issues, but when I got back to the hotel that my husband selected for us to stay at yesterday, it was a interesting thing. There was a mirror that faced our bed that I could not move. And I wanted to break that mirror because I looked in that mirror and I thought, oh my God, I haven't lost a pound. And that's how I felt. And it was kind of scary for me because I really felt bad. I had not taken my shot. For those of you who do follow me, you know, my shot day is on Friday. And because I was going out of town and attending 2 events, I chose to wait to take it, but I brought my shot with me. And so last night I was ready to abandon my shot because I was ready to abandon everything because I was not feeling it. And you probably see my dog toys all over the floor. Y'all, I'm not junky. It's just the dog has toys everywhere. But I just didn't want to take it. And I told Alonda, I said, I'm going to get rid of all this medicine. I'm tired of it. I said, because I'm not doing anything. I'm not losing. And I can't explain it any other way. And I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm sharing this with you all because I try to stay so positive about everything. But I just felt like it was a wrap for me because I felt so discouraged. So, Alonda, I know you had other questions, so I will. I'll let you know what other questions Alonda asked me because she did tell me. Oh, here she came back. Oh, she went back on it. So I'll start off with one of the first questions that she wanted to ask. She was asking me what specific goals that I set for my weight loss and how do I feel about the progress that I had towards these goals. And I said, I decided when I first started that I wanted to get down to 190 pounds. And mind you, for those who are really new to me, my journey started in April of 2024 because I did tip over the scale. I was always pre-diabetic, but I tipped over and I became fully diabetic in March. And so my doctor decided to introduce me to Manjaro. So I've been on Manjaro ever since. So perfect. I mean, I have no complaints about where my A1C is now. It's really, really good. I think last time it was like 5.4 or something. So it's come down a whole lot. And that is definitely a blessing. And I am not negating that. I'm not minimizing that value of my health journey. But I know that I want to still, because the root cause of this has been because of my obesity and my and the trauma that I've had in my life that has caused me to continuously emotionally eat. And so and I've also had a gastric bypass before when I was almost 400 pounds, and that was in 2013, and I got down to 190. Thus is why I said I wanted to get back to 190 pounds again, because that was such a good weight for me. I'm 5'7", and I felt that would be a great first goal. So I was feeling great at first on this journey from April through now. Through April through August, I was able to lose 45 pounds between April 2024 through August. So I was, I guess, what you would call a fast responder because I was losing a lot of weight each month. And then August and September, I lost another about 8 to 10 pounds. And then once October set in through December, the scale just wasn't moving anymore. And by this time, I was doing my YouTube content, and I just kept saying every week, I'm teetering between 245 and 250, 245 and 250. And it was true. That's all I was doing. And it was very frustrating. I was trying to remain positive for everybody else. But deep down, it's been tearing me up. So, Alonda, we're on number 2. Your next question, I already read the first one while you were away. If you wanted to go to that. And everybody in the chat. Oh, thank you, Phoebe. She says, I'm because everyone has me now. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm so sorry to hear.
So, can you hear me okay?
I am hearing you now.
I've tried a bunch of different things to get the internet right.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Payne, thank you. It's nice meeting you as well. I'm trying to catch up with the chat for you, Yolanda. Delilah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for praying for me. I need all the prayers. I appreciate you so much. Thanks, Carrie Ann. Yes, it is embarrassing for me to come before you, but I always heard embarrassment is a choice, so I guess I could choose not to be embarrassed, but it's hard. It's hard. But thank you. I appreciate your support. Oh, thank you, Leah. Hi, Jasmine.
Okay, so I am struggling over here with my internet.
It's okay. We hanging in here, and they're hanging in here with us. So we're just grateful for everybody being here. We can hear you. We can hear you now, Londa. But we're hanging in here with you.
I tried to get on my corner. Okay. I tried to get everybody in the corner, and I think all of us are using our phones. So it's
that happens.
Killing my Wi-Fi. So Elaine, when we were talking,
yeah, you're still going out for me. Okay. If you can hear me, you're still going. So, okay. So I pushed through your first
Am
question.
I okay now?
I hear it. Yeah, I hear it now. Yeah, I think you froze again. Hi, Sandra. So Sandra said you started in March and you stalled hard in September. Oh, that's interesting. So we did it like around the same time. So the scale has just started.
So when we were talking, you mentioned yeah.
Thanks, Kim. Thank you, Kim. I really need the encouragement and the prayers. And yes, this is a no judgment for me. Thank you so much. So, Alonda, we can't hear you again. So I'm going to move on to Alonda's second question while we still wait for her. And we appreciate her doing this with us. And I know this wasn't her intent, but I want to be able to get through this because we all have other obligations this evening. I really don't want to hold anyone too long. It says, have you noticed any changes in your eating habits or physical activity levels? Well, that's interesting because from like May through August, I was walking in my community 2.5 and sometimes 3 miles per day. So that was really fun. I was never one to walk in my community. I think I mentioned that in a video of mine last week. I was always scared to walk because I felt like people were watching me. I felt like I was so big and like a lot of folk would be like just watching me walk around the community. It was just my own head, me getting in my own head. And I decided that, I would just get over that. And I did. So from May of 2024 through August, I walked every day. It was wonderful. And then I suffer sometimes from seasonal depression. I live in a state where we have all seasons. And so the seasons started changing and started getting dark. And I was like, oh, God, I do not want to go out there and walk. So talked to Taisha, simply Taisha, and I saw one of her lives where she mentioned that she had got a walking pad. And so I decided to get a walking pad as well. And I thought that was the greatest thing, right? And I've used it several times, but I'm bored with it. And I'm really honest, I don't like just standing in one room walking. I enjoy the walking outside more. And it's so cold here where I am now. It's like in the teens and 20s. So I'm just like, I hate it. I really enjoy watching nature when I walk and just spending time you know, kind of, meditating and praying and singing. And, I mean, I have a good time when I'm walking by myself. So, you know, I have to figure out a way. If anybody knows what I can do, I mean, I have to figure out a way to kind of let the walking pad do the work for me a little bit more and to enjoy it more. But right now, I just don't enjoy it like I thought I would. So it's just that's my truth on that. As far as eating, my eating habits only changed in terms of me like fiber intake. Um, I noticed that I used to do fiber every day. I did Metamucil, which I love. I felt like it tasted a little bit like Tang. If anybody ever used to drink Tang when we were younger, it's just, that stuff when you let it sit, it kind of tastes nasty. So you got to kind of gulp it down. But I noticed that I stopped doing that as much. But I still don't eat a lot, and that's a huge issue for me too. Hi, Z. Yeah, Taisha, it's not the same. Faithy says she loves walking outside, and it is a mental thing. Yep, that's what it was for me. That's what it was for me. Delilah, you say, Elaine, I get that because I always felt like that too, but I thought, and I'm too big to care for strange. Yes, exactly. Why do you even care about what strangers think? Oh, right, staying alive. That should be our primary goal. Thank you, Delilah. Um, yeah, you're in Massachusetts, Faithy. Oh my God, yeah, that's. I know it's cold up there, definitely. Yeah. So we have to figure out something. Yeah, and she does the Metamucil as well. I love Metamucil, and I don't know why I stopped doing it. So, Alana, you look good. I'm sure. I'm wondering. Talk. Let's see if you're back. So she's checking. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna move on because she knows I do have a hard stop, unfortunately, today because I have another meeting I have to take in a little while. So I'm gonna try to get through all of Londa's questions, and then you guys are doing such an amazing job though, giving me the feedback because this is help. And Londa knew I was scared to do the live myself. I did not want to do this. She was like, "You need to do a live and talk to everybody." I was like, "I'm too scared. I don't want to talk." Because I was like, no one's going to say anything. So I appreciate you all. This is really helping, just hearing that I'm not alone. Kim, okay. I'm with you. I so enjoy walking outside too. It's nature, yes. Vitamin D and time with the Lord. Absolutely. I miss it since it's been colder outside, especially since the meds make me feel cold too. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm not doing too bad with the meds. That's that with it making me feel cold. I did used to feel like it. Now I always keep a heater. It's actually one in the corner behind me on this side, but I don't have it on today because today we actually got up into the 60s, which was crazy because we've been in the teens for the last week, teens and 20s. So today I came back home and I was like, wow, it's really nice. So yeah. Thanks, Taisha. I know I can always call you too. I know that. I praise God for you. Yeah, you, Alonda, downsizing diva. Well, here I am getting in trouble saying names. Get Twan and Grace say her real name. 2.0 mommy. Everybody. Sweet tea. I mean, I can call on you guys when I need to. I appreciate you all so much. You have really made a difference in my life. Yes, 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 Taisha, you are. You know, I will call you. Okay. Let me get to her next question. Um, how do you typically feel after meals? Are there any patterns that you've noticed? These were great questions, Alonda. Thank you so much. Um, I After meals, I noticed that, well, if I can get through it, I really, how, I don't know if any of you work in healthcare, but I've been in a healthcare environment for years prior to going back in education. And one of the things I noticed with our patients or residents, they would always measure their food when their food tray comes around. If I had to measure each meal that I eat, I'm probably eating 25% of my meals. I don't think. How are you all doing? Let's go in like, 25, 50, 75. Which one are you doing? because I'm only doing 25% of my meals, and I usually only eat the protein. So that is huge for me. Downsizing, Diva, you said cut off. Are you saying that I could? Oh, you were speaking of. Okay, I'm sorry. You should count calories. Oh yeah, I know. I yeah. Hey, I think she downsizing. Diva said she thinks I should start counting calories. I know y'all have everyone, each one of you, all of our community have asked that. I hate counting calories, so let me just be honest. So y'all can come down on me now all at one time. That may need to be what I need to do. I actually watched Twan sit up there counting out these berries and these raspberries and stuff and all this stuff the other day, and I was like, I ain't got time to do all that. I mean, I really have a huge schedule, as everyone does, but I'm sitting there like, I don't have time to cutting all these things out. But I did see where somebody mentioned, I think on her live, that they had, or was it on Downsizing Divas Live or Twan's, with about the color containers? I think it was yours, Didi. And I was like, well, maybe I should order those off of Amazon and at least use those so I know I'm measuring that I'm eating. Although I really don't eat more, I think I need to eat more, and that's where I'm getting at, everybody. I think it's that I don't eat enough.
Can I chime in?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you hear me okay?
I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Okay. I think we got it set up. I'm using my daughter's school computer.
Okay.
And that's what I was mentioning to you yesterday. If I do not eat, I do not lose weight. So my biggest meal is my breakfast. I mean, I'm trying to get in as many protein pieces as I can. And I work off of like a time schedule. So I know what time breakfast is, and then lunch, or snack, then lunch, then snack, then dinner. But I don't know what it's like when you are absolutely not hungry and you're trying to make yourself eat. And so I don't know, has anyone else had that situation where you're having to really work at eating? Because then it makes it a problem with drinking water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's forced eating, and it's horrible. I do that almost every day. More when I went up to 12.5, because I had 2 weeks on that I actually titrated up because I was frustrated at the stall.
Mm-hmm.
But I do eat on 10. So, but on 12.5 for 2 weeks, I didn't eat much of anything. On 10, I can eat after day 2 and 3. I can generally start eating. Really, today is because I took my shot last night on the phone with you, Alonda. Remember? I finally did take my shot. So let me bring everybody up to speed. Alonda was like, "We're going to take that shot."
I heard a click, and I was like, "What? You just took your shot?"
I was ready to abandon this thing. I'm so serious. And so I took the shot, and I today, I would still say I'm at 25%, but I did make spaghetti for dinner, and I ate a very healthy small bowl. So I was very proud of that I was able to get that in, and I feel good. So.
And I mentioned, the community coming together because, when we go, and again, we're not medical professions and we're not expecting anyone to answer as a doctor. We're not. We're just trying to brainstorm because when Elaine went to her doctor and mentioned the stall, they moved her up. So she got moved up to 12.5. And there was a little bit, but then it like she said, it stalled out. So moving up or titrating up was not really the answer.
It wasn't. And I moved myself back down. I was like, I'm not doing this. I felt like a zombie. You want to check some of the suggestions from the chat before we move forward?
I'm afraid to touch this computer.
Okay. So I start with, okay, so Twan. Okay, she came in. Hi, Twan. I think I did say hello. Almost blue-eyed sin. Oh, I love that name. That's cute. I'm almost 9 years postmenopausal. Got my hormone replacement therapy. It has helped. I am on HRT, and okay, so it helps with your cortisol level. Hopefully, it's helping with mine because I think that was one of my things I'm coming up with next week about talking about cortisol. But yeah, I am on a hormone replacement therapy. So thank you, Blue Eyes Sin. Um, Faith, the only thing I measure is my protein. Okay, I don't even do that. So, and I saw where Twan, I think I had looked down. She said, then count your protein. And so I think for the measurement thing, that's something I'm going to make a note of. I have a notepad here. And I am going to put, okay, everybody's suggesting that I, at least if I start somewhere. So I do not like counting calories. I don't, it's a trigger for me, but I will count protein. Perfect. I will weigh my protein and start measuring that. Your body holds onto weight when you undereat. Okay, downsizing before. Okay. Thank you. Okay, probably eat about. Okay, so Faith, you're doing 50%. That's good. And I still use my Fitness Pal. I never downloaded that one. I don't think, Faith, for maintenance and yeah. So is that one that's an app that you use to measure your food? Is that my Fitness Pal? Okay, I never.
And I've used it before, especially when my body was going out of whack because I was trying to figure out what was causing it to go out of whack. So I did. I used my Fitness Pal. But once I got back on track, I stopped tracking.
See, and that's what I'm scared to do too. But I gotta start somewhere. I gotta start. And y'all been fussing at me forever. Elaine, you need to count. You need to count. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I mean, I'm just like a little kid that's like, fighting back or whatever. But I need to do it. Sandra says she can't count calories because it triggers her eating disorder. Yeah, and binging. Oh, I get it. Yeah. So she does count protein. Okay, Sandra. So you're number 3. I'm keeping a tally. I think I'm going to be counting protein this week. There have only been 2 times where I haven't finished the food on my plate. Other than that, my struggle at times is getting enough when I lose track of time. Oh, Taisha, yeah, that happens a lot because I'll sit here at my desk all day. I work from home 4 days a week. And I'll sit here at my desk all day and I don't have anything but my bottle of water. And I'm not even, the kitchen is right outside my room here, out my office. So I could be in there, So I've got to do better. Okay, yes, downsizing me, but I will try it for at least this first week. Starting tomorrow. Delilah, you use an app on iOS and just take a photo that uses AI to fix. What? MaxBud. Let me write that down. Thank you. See, anything to make, I love AI. That's my friend. Okay.
That's where those questions came from.
Girl, I love AI, honey. Okay, so good. Alonda, you're back perfectly. Thank you. Yeah, she is. She sounds amazing. Is breakfast also, it'll be all right. If you don't eat, you don't lose weight. Okay. I'm believing that, Faithy. I am. And Twan says, Alonda, how much protein do you eat for breakfast?
Yeah, I kind of go between 45 and 65. It really just depends on if I have any like steak bites, protein bites. Sometimes I'll play around and I'll use 2 eggs and my egg wrap. So I kind of multi-layer on that. But also with me being a teacher, once I'm at school, I cannot leave. So if I get hungry, I'm stuck.
Yeah, stuck with cafeteria food with that. That's the worst.
Yeah, or the vending machine.
Should be the best, but it's actually the worst. Delilah says, oh, I'm sorry, you do have some super chats. Hey, thanks, Mel.
Thanks, Mel.
Funny how climate drives what we do. Living in South Florida, I'm on a walking pad daily with my weighted vest. Oh, wow. It's cooler now, so I'll walk the beach sometime. I'm jealous of you, Mel. Why do you have to even put that comment up there, girl? You know you should not have said that. Talking about she walking the beach. That's exactly where I'd love to be walking right now. Good for you, though, Mel. That's awesome.
Yes.
Delilah says, I worked for years as a medical assistant for medical supervised weight loss clinic. Oh, okay. So when I get stuck, I go back to that protocol. Awesome. Delilah, you need to share some of that with us. We need some free stuff here what we can do. If you work for a weight loss clinic, I know you got some good resources. So yes,
Yes.
please think about doing that.
Can I ask this question? And this is one of those, you and I talked about it, Elaine. I couldn't remember what it was called, but we talked about it.
Mhm.
Cycling. Apparently, that's a new thing that people are doing. Like they're getting off the medication for a month or two and then hopping back on at the lowest dose. I know with most of these medications being about 3 years of age, Zepbound just hitting one, have y'all been hearing about cycling? And like Elaine said, she was like, I don't want to do that because if the weight starts to change, that's concerning. And I agree.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
definitely agree. But this past week, I've heard two different content creators talk about cycling.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. That was definitely my response. I'm scared. I'm going to gain too much back. If I get off, I just know I'm going back, and I just feel it because I don't feel that I have enough. I won't say discipline because even before I got home with y'all, I wasn't a big eater. I just gained weight and I didn't know why. I didn't know I wasn't active at all. So I just didn't know.
Yeah.
Um,
And it
so
is concerning when you're doing, what you appear to feel like it's right, but it's not working.
right.
It's like I told a lady at church today, I said, there's four people in my relationship. And she was like, there are. I said, yeah, I got four people. There's my mind, there's Zepbound, there's my body, and then
Mhm.
there's a goddamn scale.
Exactly.
So all four of us need to work together.
It,
And
it would be nice.
when I think about the stall, I'm like, okay, let's try to figure out which one is not, cooperating.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so we talked about exercise already, and I already shared with them my barriers with that, so I will skip that question. My stress level, you asked that, right?
Yeah.
So she says, how's my stress level been lately, and do I think it affects my eating habits? Well, absolutely. And someone just mentioned the whole cortisol thing, and I was just saying to Alonda, I think yesterday that I know I'm addicted to cortisol. I know that I've watched Dr. Tina Moore, and she talks about cortisol all the time and how it affects us, especially on this GLP-1 journey. And I know that I am addicted to cortisol, and I say addicted because I think everything in my life is always trauma or drama. It's like the TND. I'm the TND of it all. And it's like nothing can come to me just natural. And I mean, like this past week, I had a death of an aunt. She's the oldest. She's the matriarch of our family. Lived a wonderful life. So I'm not even really stressed about that. The stressful part is, I'm the go-to and the glue for my family. Anybody else have that in the family? Let me know. I'm the go-to glue. It's like everybody started calling me. Now my aunt has 7 surviving children, and even they were calling me. Everybody called me. What am I do without mom? Like you're 60, 70 years old. Okay, Mama was 94. she had to go at some time, and and it's like I'm just there. I'm everybody's therapist. I'm everybody's everything in my family, and I need to learn how to say no or separate myself from it. But
Yeah.
I think that whole thing to just have everyone come to me, and my therapist even said, she said, you need to take off the cake
Yeah.
because you can't do it all. And I always feel like, but if I don't do it, who will?
Yeah.
So there has been a lot of crazy stress in my family, not just about the death, but another ill aunt that I've been caring for, and also, um, just other personal situations that we all go through. I'm not trying to say I'm any better than anyone else because I know all of us have our journeys daily. But I think that stress does interfere with this medication. I think initially when I started the meds, I have to go back and think how I just think I was so much happier because I had hope, and I think hitting the stall kind of diminished that a little bit too. The hope kind of went away. But I had so much hope. It was exciting seeing those pounds just drop, 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 drop. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody like shot, 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 shot. I was ready every week. I was like craving the shot, but now I'm not like that anymore. I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, and I know, you have about a month's supply moving forward. So I know you're like, if I stop, then what am I going to do with my medicine? And
Right.
I know your first option is not to move up, but just to try
Mhm.
to figure out what is going on right now. It
Yeah.
is almost 40 as far as time.
Yeah.
So, and I know you said you were going to have to, get on that other meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. I got about 5 more minutes, and then
Okay.
I do have to jump. I do apologize, but I'm going to go back and read through everyone's comments, and I am going to follow up with you and let you know what I'm doing, because all of your support and your comments mean so much to me, and just having you all here means
Yeah.
the world to me. I do feel encouraged because I'm going through and listening. I'm reading. I'm going through and reading everyone's comments, and I'm like, oh my God, this is such
Yeah.
good stuff.
And I promise y'all, yesterday we were on the phone and I was like, well, are you on blood pressure medicine? What are those side effects? Like we were really trying to work through where the stall could be coming from. And I just told her, I said, well, my journey's different than your journey. And that's when I was like, you know what? If we do a live, maybe somebody knows something or went through something or could share something that's very different than what I was going through. And I mean, y'all stepped up. That's why I love y'all. I love y'all.
Yes,
Win the lottery so we can have a big party.
yes, yes. Sandra, I do want. Sandra was responding to Faithy, and she said some people think you can build a tolerance to the medication or burn out your receptor sites. Oh, okay. They think about a break. They think taking a break allows the body to be sensitized. Is
Yeah,
that what I'm saying?
reset.
To the meds. Okay, so it will reset to the meds. Sandra, I might do a 2 week break, but I don't think I can do a month. So I'll try this week. So I guess my takeaway today is going to be I'm going to measure my protein this week. So
Yeah.
on next Friday, I will give an update on that. So I will do my measuring my protein. And I am going to bring in either my Fitness Pal or MaxBud, because those seem like they work for both of you all, or several of you all. And I'm going to try to work on this more. I'm going to stay positive.
Yes.
Stay positive. I'm going to utilize my resources of my community, and I appreciate what you all have done for me today. And don't just let me be. I might be the first one that has stepped forward and say, "Hey, I need help," which I know I'm not, but I might be the one tonight to do that. But please, 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 you guys do the same thing. I encourage you. We're here for you. You can reach out to us. We read all of our comments. Poor Londa and Taisha and Dee Dee and Twan. I don't know how they do it. Jill, I don't know how y'all do it. Because I don't have that many comments. I might have 3 or 4. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. And I respond to everybody as I can. So, I just like that we don't feel that we're so distant. Even as many as supporters and subscribers as you all have, you still find the time to give love back, and that means a lot to us, and that keeps us going. This is our support group. It is. So that being said, Alonda, I can't thank you enough.
No,
There was
y'all.
anybody that stopped in tonight. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Deb. I just want to say hi to everybody that I didn't get a chance to. If I missed you, I apologize. Hi, Z. I think I did see you earlier. Oh, Val. Hey, Val. Hey there. Thank you for stopping by. If y'all didn't get to watch it from the beginning, I know Alonda will probably do the playback. And if you
Yes.
have anything you want to say to me, please just put it in the chat, or once it comes up, or you can visit me on at Real Talk with Elaine, and I will answer anything to you on one of mine. And I appreciate everyone. I really do.
And I'm gonna stay on for
I
about 15,
will.
20 more minutes.
Yay!
Now that
You and
everything's
so
working.
Alonda, then anything that you need to fill me in on, I'll be finished with my other meeting hopefully by 7 o'clock. So we can chat back later if there's anything that you need to let me know. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Elaine.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Now, how
So,
do I get out of here? Oh, I see
ooh, I
you.
don't know.
I got it. I got it. Bye.
Oh, well, thank you all. Like I said, that was a really big step up from y'all because, like I said, I was on the phone with her and she was really going through it. And, we're both very positive people, so we're being positive to each other, but we know that, the struggle is real. And, like I said, I was at a loss. I had gone through the medications. I was like, "Are you having regular BMs?" Um, so I really do appreciate it that y'all were able to step up. And like she said, she didn't want to just go to her doctor and say, "Hey, this stall has been going on since August. What should I do?" Knowing that the doctor would just say, "Well, let's titrate back up." So she wanted to make sure that there were some things that she could address before being told that again. So I do thank y'all so much. Um, Jumping in to the comments, I did catch two of them as I was going through technical difficulty. And I kid you not. She and I were on this live for 10 minutes before it started. The moment I press go live, chaos erupted. Chaos. So, yeah, I again thank y'all so much for working through it with me. The last message, because it just rang out, and I was like, don't forget it. Someone asked if co-parent has, I'm trying to find it, but if he has noticed the weight loss. And yes, he has noticed the weight loss. We've talked about it a little bit here and there. He's also going, there it is, Jasmine Moore, found you. um, and let's see if I can put it up there, show. Aha! Living and learning, y'all. Um, but if he has noticed the weight loss, and yes, he has. We've had a couple of talks about it. He's also on his own weight loss journey. Now, I do believe that there's some medical stuff going on with him, and I guess in time he'll talk to me about it. But yeah, there is some insecurities from his side that's coming up. I actually mentioned this to Dee Dee a couple of weeks ago. We were in church, and in church they serve coffee. And so there's like about 5 different tables that you can stop and set up your coffee. And so I was literally at a table by myself, 4 empty tables, and a gentleman came up and started making his coffee with me. And he was flirting. He truly was. Co-parent had went to the bathroom. And so when he came back, he was just like in disbelief, like, and so he is getting some insecurities. He's noticing people looking when we're out in public together. And, to be honest, I really just can't be phased right now. I'm finally putting myself first. And so, you okay? You okay? Okay, my daughter's in there dropping stuff. I'm really worried about me right now and my health, which is part of the concern with why we're putting a pin in our relationship. if I remove that pen, I know I'm gonna put myself in the back row and I'm gonna start focusing on that. And that is really not where I need to focus. So, but yeah, he's noticed. He said little comments here and there. Yeah, so it's a good feeling. I appreciate it. I would be hurt if everyone else was noticing and he had not commented. Not like I really would care, but I would be hurt that he hadn't said anything. Yeah. So thank you for asking that. Okay, that was awkward silence, y'all. Let me scroll down to the comments. Awkward silence. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, Miss Shirley. Oh, here we go. And I just want to share this funny little story as well, because it is coming from Miss Shirley. So Miss Shirley and I went to lunch a couple of weeks ago. And, as a mom and a high school teacher, we constantly remind people, you don't know the people on the internet. You don't know the people on the internet. And so I kept telling my kids, I'm going to meet Miss Shirley. And they were kind of like, Mom, that's an internet person. And I was like, oh, yeah, but I know her. And I truly do feel that way with you all. I was telling 2.0 mommy, Jill. I was telling her, I said, it was funny how I found myself defending my friendships with the GLP-1 community, because my kids were just like, what? But you tell us don't do that. The enemy doesn't like it, wants us to feel alone, defeated. But God has a way. God has a way. Okay, let's see. And we will win. You're right, Kim. We will win. It's so funny now that I have two computers now, and I can see this one scrolling really fast. But I'm not going to touch it because I might disappear on y'all. That's just the beginning. You just wait. Yes, Alonda. Yes. Well, how are y'all today? How are y'all? I know here in Houston, it is a cold, rainy, wet, could be emotionally draining day. But how are y'all? Okay, Miss Faithy. I hate when people, hold on. I made it disappear. It's my daughter's computer, so it's sensitive and doesn't like me. I hate when people talk about losing weight. I'm not doing it for anybody else but myself. Yeah, I am doing it for me. I need to do it for me. For the longest time. Okay, so for the longest time, I tried to do it, but I was doing it alone. And like I told Dee Dee, I really feel like the difference is the fact that there is a community. And today we were on her live, and I mentioned Smart Lipo. Many years ago, back in 2009, I actually did Smart Lipo. And co-parent was the one that reminded me of it because he was watching the interview that Dee Dee and I did. And he was like, you didn't mention that? And I said, no, I didn't. I forgot. It was extremely traumatizing. So what it was I went to a medical spa. And I did liposuction, but I was awake. So they numbed the areas and they literally lipoed me. They did a laser, went in and suctioned it out. They gave me a sedation, but I was still awake. They ended up putting me into a compression garment. Now, this is where it becomes really traumatizing. I thought I was going to be able to drive myself home. I had just moved to Houston from South Carolina. Yes, all my family's here, but I thought I could do this alone. And when I came out, the lady was like, there's a taxi cab. Did you call a taxi cab? And I was like, yeah. She was like, we can't put you in a taxi cab. Like, you're sedated. medically, we can't put you in that taxi cab, because I took a taxi cab there and was going to take one back. And so I ended up calling my neighbor, who I barely knew her, and I asked her to come pick me up. My son was with a cousin who was like an hour away from where I was. So my neighbor came, the medical staff, I was about to tell you the name of the place, but the medical staff lined my seat with plastic. And then I sat in, and there was a bucket in the passenger seat for me to put my feet in. Why? Because they didn't close those items where they stuck me. And I'll show you on the video. I still have the sutures. I have scars from the sutures where they went in and removed the fat. But I leaked. So I was leaking the entire time into the bucket. And so when I got home, I had to lay on plastic in my bed. I slept for 24 hours. Co-parent had to come because he had to go pick up my son from my cousin's house. He had to bring him home. And so he remembered me laying all in my blood, my ooze. He actually had to help me get out and shower and then get into my second compression garment. Again, that's part of the reason why I didn't remember. I was so sedated, medicated, traumatized that I tried to act like that didn't happen. That was a dream. It was all a dream. That's what I thought it was, but it was real. And I still have the holes or the scars to prove it. I will say it worked for a little bit. They removed the fat in certain areas, but eventually fat comes back. Let's see. Okay, so jumping back. Okay, okay. Hey, Loretta, I'm running late. He did. He Downsizing Diva asked if he watched the interview. He did. Yeah, he watched it. I didn't think he would, but he did. He watched it. Yes, it was very traumatizing. I don't suggest it. Actually, at the time, I did suggest it. I told my friend up in North Carolina, girl, you should get it. I'm going to get it done. You should get it done. She ended up doing the sleeve shortly after. So I think I probably traumatized her too. It's one of those things I don't like to remember. That's probably why you brought it up. Let's see. What a horrible experience. Yeah, I surely did. I'm just happy my son doesn't remember. Yeah, he had a fun weekend with cousins, so and he was probably about 5. Yeah, you're awake for that. I don't know what I was thinking. Lady, hello. All right, so I think I've kind of shown all the comments, I think. Okay, I'm going to jump back up to 52. We're doing more than just sharing our journeys. Okay, and this is from Kim. I'm going to show it up here. We are doing more than just sharing our journeys. I would like to think that we are building relationships, friendships, less whole sisterhood, brotherhood, safe space over here. Yes, I agree. It is a safe space over here. Y'all are just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Uh-oh, it said new comment. Let me press this button. All right. Hey, everyone. All right. Hey, Kofia. Yes, definitely watch the replay. I'm going to get you in a moment, Karen. I'm going to get you. But Kofia is joining us. She wanted to know, what did she miss? So Elaine is kind of going through it right now. She's been in a stall since about August. She kind of teeter-totters between the same couple of numbers, but nothing's actually moving. And when she talked to her doctor the first time, they suggested she go to 12.5. And that just caused her not to eat. Like, it was really a struggle for her to eat. Enough of a struggle that her husband had mentioned it to her that she wasn't eating. Um, and so she dropped back down to 10, but again, 10 was causing her to have the stall. So we were just trying to problem solve, think it out, how to beat the stall. If anyone else had gone through a stall, because there's so many different pieces to this. Is it the medicine, her body, the level of stress that she's going through that could cause this stall? But as you know, we spend a lot of time working on this journey that it gets very defeating when nothing is truly working. So yeah, that's what we talked about. Karen, girl, you're right. I do need better Wi-Fi. It is so funny that until we do this, that it's like, oh my gosh, the Wi-Fi is a problem. During COVID, we knew that one spot of the house didn't get Wi-Fi, but we thought that was fine. Now, oh yeah, girl, we need Wi-Fi. I'm literally in a hallway right now. I'm sitting in a hallway. So yes, definitely. Yeah, I need some Wi-Fi. I need some Wi-Fi. As I tell my students, we need Wi-Fi. Oh, Nadia, I was freezing earlier. Oh, the first 20 minutes of this live was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. Yeah, I have two computers. I have my phone out. Mind you, 10 minutes prior, everything was great. Everything was great. Yeah, it was a struggle. But we're good now. I'm on my daughter's computer. Thank you, school. Oh, split dosing. That might see. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up. How has she stalled? That's a question that popped up. I'm gonna put it over here. How has she stalled? It wasn't moving. The scale wasn't moving. And I even asked her, I was like, have you thought about measuring yourself? But she had been stalled from August until now. So we're looking August, September, October, November, now going into December. And, she has lymphedema. And so she was kind of thinking that played a part. But for it to go on this long, excuse me, for it to go on this long, she was like, okay, I'm either doing something wrong, or do you think my body is just over the medicine? And so apologize. So yeah, we were just trying to problem solve what it could actually be, or how to combat it. So before she got off, because she had another meeting, someone suggested, or quite a few of y'all suggested, protein. So for her to count her protein, try to keep up with that, and then try to get in some more movement, and then work on her stress, because she does carry a lot of cortisol, which is triggered by stress. Yeah. And I did ask her about inflammation. Girl, I even got down to, how many boo-boos are you having? And let's talk about the medicines that you're taking and the side effects in the medicines. It was a very informative conversation she had. And yes, definitely eat more, because I did tell her that for me, and again, it's just me, when I don't eat, I don't lose. So yeah, I try to stay on the eating. It's easy during the week because I have a routine. The weekend can be hard. Yeah, because she was saying she just wasn't hungry, and therefore she just didn't eat. And I was like, no, you got to eat. You got to eat to make it move. So, okay, Debbie, it moved on me. Okay, so Debbie said the podcast with Dee Dee was so touching. Oh, it was so emotional. Okay. I know. I apologize. And I was actually telling this to Elaine yesterday. I said, when I first got on YouTube, um, people were saying things like, we get on YouTube to learn. We don't want emotions. We want learning. And, my mindset wasn't so much about, how do you put it? It was more like, hey, y'all, this is what's going on. I'm on this medicine and this is what's going on. And as days went on and things happened, those were emotional days. And so mentally, I was prepared. I might be losing, one of my 15 subscribers because I'm having an emotional day. And, I don't know. I'm just, it is me. Sometimes I'm in class, we laugh, we joke, we have emotions. Um, just this past week, we talked about, how do you put it? Domestic violence, dating violence, assault. We covered that. And some of my students, they share their stories, and we have, community circle where we all come together and we share and we talk and we lift each other up. And that's one reason why I love that class so much, because it is very empowering. Yeah, once you walk out that door, it's empowering. But trust me, by Friday, we all needed a break. We needed a break. Hey, Rose. Rose is from Canada. Oh, she made it in time to catch the live. Hey. My daughter's computer's touch screen. Mine is not. Okay. So yeah, thank you for watching. If y'all have not seen the interview that Dee Dee and I, Downsizing Diva, we did, it posted on Friday, so feel free to take a look. She's also interviewed Kofia, Simply Taisha, 2.0 Mommy. Girl, there's a couple of them. Patrice Denise, no, the Patrice Denise. They're really good interviews. Really, really, really good interviews. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Saying I feel like I'm emotional too. Okay, yes. She said she has to eat. Yeah. But it's always being on this GLP-1 and realizing that you got to eat is so opposite of everything I've ever been taught in every one of those classes I went to. So opposite. So it is a mind shift. Like I have to, or at least for me, I have to eat to lose. But it also makes me prioritize what I eat. So get that protein in, and if I still have a little room or I feel like I need a little something, then I can get that in. But usually after I get that protein, those actual meals in, I'm good. I'm really good. Happy Saturday from Canada. Oh, that's on my bucket list. Canada is a bucket list. Okay, yep. Okay, said yes, definitely eating, counting proteins, and having relaxing time away from stress definitely helps. Yeah. And I know Elaine says she's going to have to figure out a way to work on her stress. And I understand that. I mean, I used to walk around with the American Red Cross stuck to my forehead. Just bring me your problems. I'm going to help you. Which is so much easier to help other people than to address the issues that you personally have. But I'm having to address those. If I'm going to get better, I got to address them. Charles, I've been doing very well. Okay, we're chit-chatting. Gotcha. Let the day get away from me. I didn't eat until late. The goal is to get my calories in before I go to bed without overstuffing myself. I hear you on that. I do hear you. I hear you. Okay. Well, yes, definitely eat. My body feels better in starvation mode, but I'm trying to get out. I understand. It's a process to switch your mind to I'm on a weight loss journey, so losing weight and I have to eat. Yeah. Been like that all my life, unfortunately. I understand. Yeah. And we're here for you. We're all here. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I'm just going to put up these messages because this girl going to have to get off in a moment. You know, I value your time. I really, really do. Being great with both of you tonight and with all the ladies from the community. Right? Love them. I love them. I really, really do. Y'all are good people. Really good people. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Sometimes we need a little support. And you do, right? You do. You do. I know I've had my moments. I'm like, hello, anybody there? I got an issue. And like I said, y'all have come through like with those needles. Ooh, I bought those things and I thought I lined it up. Like when I ordered, I thought I had the right stuff, but those numbers didn't mean anything to me. So when I saw a 1, it looked like a 1. Now I know that meant an inch. So I'm living and learning, and y'all were there to help me. Really, y'all were. Oh, thank you. Water is definitely important. I just finished watching your video. You're doing amazing. Thank you. Hey, Twan. I agree. Yes, definitely have to eat enough. Miss Faithy is saying, you ladies, you all have a great week. Be blessed. Yes, definitely be blessed. Aww. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping it up. She is Tamika. Hey, girl. Hey. And see, again, I feel like I know y'all because I'll be watching your videos. That's that argument I had to have with my kids. Oh, I love this community and you guys. Perfect. Well, it is 5:10 my time. It is Sunday, so I'm going to have to go into mama mode, get everybody ready so I can get in my mode and get ready for work. But again, I appreciate you all for stepping in and helping Elaine and educating myself as it comes to what to do with the stall, because I've heard the word. I even heard people say, oh, I've been in a stall for 2 weeks, and people come in at them. That's not a stall. So even that, we didn't do that in here. We did not do that in here. We came in with love and support and a mindset to help one another. That's the best thing goosebumps. That's the best thing we got. So I do thank y'all so much. I'm going to just pop these up real quick. I want y'all to definitely know I am here. I love you. I appreciate you. And like Miss Faithy said, I hope y'all have a blessed week. So y'all take care.